I'm Lee Cooper, Professor Emeritus. This is a story of how Anderson alums and other members in the broader UCLA community helped shape and sustain a startup through the tumultuous time of the first dot-com boom and bust, to an exit that the LA Times described as a $50 million upfront payment and a $310 million earnout. It's not bad for a 14-person company. In the mid-90s, I started teaching a class on marketing strategy in the digital economy. The rush of the first dot-com boom was stoking the entrepreneurial spirit of Anderson students, and I was running into some very, very bright and talented Anderson students. By 1999, I had been swept up in their enthusiasm and their spirit, and asked myself what I had to contribute to what was going on in online e-commerce. The answer was as basic as segmenting marketing, segmenting, targeting, and positioning. And it finally came to me when I was advising the executive MBA final presentations in the south of France in 1999. I discussed the idea of using data mining techniques to help targeting in online e-commerce with Dave Van Middlesworth, one soon-to-be graduate of the program, and Jerry Conard Kennedy, another soon-to-be graduate of the program. And they were enthusiastic about the idea, but beyond that, they also gave me very thoughtful feedback and encouraged me to pursue the idea. Upon return, I got together with a co-founder, Giovanni Giuffrida, who was an advanced doctoral student, a brilliant student in computer science at UCLA. Giovanni and I had been publishing data mining applications in management science, mostly dealing with large retail scanners for grocery stores. But he understood how what we'd done there could be translated to targeting in the internet. Now, in a startup, the initial team is very important. Jason Knapp, an MBA from '98, brought his experience in IT consulting from A.T. Kearney. David Van Middlesworth brought his experience in designing and implementing the IT infrastructure in the new Anderson complex. Kate Weingar, an MBA from '94, brought her experience in helping Wells Fargo move online. Troy Noble, MBA from '99, worked with large marketing databases at Efficient Market Services in Chicago before he came to Anderson, and worked with me on a large project on barriers to digital convergence during his Anderson years. Carolyn Taylor, a FEMBA from '02, had worked in Anderson Computing Services and User Support. And Ravi Narasimhan, a FEMBA student from '01, he joined a couple of months later, but with his background in digital products at Canon, made an enormous positive contribution to the early team. Outside the company, in the greater UCLA community, there was also wonderful support. The initial $1.25 million funding was orchestrated by Skip Brittenham, UCLA Law from 1970. The issue driving the participation of this very influential entertainment attorney was the question, what's going to support entertainment content on the net? Due diligence in the $5 million B round was done in part by Joseph Marks from a local venture firm. He's a JD MBA from 1990. And in the C round by Michael Holton, MBA 96, at the same venture firm. The advisory board included faculty members Bart Bronnenberg, Dominique Hansens, Don Morrisons, and a frequent visitor, David Midgley, who's now at INSEAD. Penny Barron, who was also a frequent visitor during the 1980s, was on the board of directors along with Skip Brittenham. Now, others in the Anderson community joined in at different times in the expansion and contraction that so many startups experienced during that boom and bust the first time around. In the end, it was Jason Knapp as Senior Vice President, Ravi Narasimhan as Director of Technology, and David Van Middlesworth as Vice President of Administration and CFO that stuck with the company through the boom and busts and re-boom cycles long after I'd left active management and Giovanni had returned to Sicily. So it's the entrepreneurial spirit at Andersen, the ease of teamwork, the brilliance and the tenacity of Andersen alums that are largely responsible for what a wonderful retirement I'm having.